Hey you guys, this is your girl Truly Jam, and in this video I'm going to show you guys the pacifiers I like working with, why I like working with them, and why I don't like working with them if I don't. So these are basically the pacifiers that I use, and I got this on sale. As you can see, it was $1.49. I always look for the sales. Now, this does not have a cover to it, which is why I don't like using it so much. But I love the shape, and it's good for a boy. You can do it in black crystals, or put a crown on it or something like that. And I've already showed you guys how to take off the paint on it easily for a baby. I do not recommend anyone spray painting anything that a baby is going to have in his face, in his mouth. And like I said, the UV resin is very good. Don't use the regular well, you can use the regular resin, but you got to be mindful of the stone sliding and moving. I would say use the UV resin to stick your stones on, and the smell goes away. I don't recommend using the E6000 for these projects because of a baby having in his mouth the fumes from the E6000 is not good for the baby to constantly be in smelling, because that smell lasts on a product for a long time. If you ever use E6000 and you go back and smell it now, you can still smell that smell on there. But with the UV resin, with this UV resin, it doesn't have a smell on it after you let it sit up for a couple of days. It doesn't have a smell. So I recommend that for that. And these other ones, I love them because, of course, they have the little guards on them. So I really do like that. And these do also. These, I'm going to open up some of them to show you guys. And I also have a bunch of these. I bought these wholesale. It's the MAM pacifiers. And of course I don't really like them too much because I love the nipple. A lot of babies do suck these, but I don't really like it because it doesn't have a shield over it, like a covering for the baby's mouth. So I'm all about, keeping it protected because germs and stuff like that. Now, people have asked me, I'm going to try to get to some questions. People have asked me, like, can you boil the nipples? Now, when you use UV resin, I'll say you can boil it for up to 5 minutes. But if you want to just boil it, take a little bit of hot water out, dump the nipple in it, just so you can save it to where it won't mess up your stones or any of the artwork on it or anything like that, I would say do that. But yeah, when you're using resin and not glue, you can boil it up to 5 minutes. I wouldn't say throw it in a dishwasher or anything like that. But I'm going to open a couple of these while I think of other questions that people have asked me, because I did not write them down. Now, these shields come in 2 different ways. They come in this one, which you just push in the 2 sides and you take it out and the nipple is exposed. And there is, and then there's this way. So, oh, that's the same one. Sorry. Oh, it's this one. So then it's one that's all the way around like that. And then you just pop it out like that, and then the nipple's out, exposed. So those are the pros and cons of using these kind. And these I got from the dollar store. I think it was like almost $3 for 2, which is pretty good. And like I said, I got this from up here at Bell's. and it was on sale. I always go and look at the clearance stuff because you can easily find things on sale all the time. Okay, now let's get into these. Some of them are disaster and some of them are not. I'm keeping them and holding them to them. This is one I did. It didn't come out too bad, but the glue that I use, as if you could see it just a little bit, and I didn't like that. And of course, this has a protective shield. And also I made a mistake and glued just a little bit over here in the hole. See how close that is? And it'll go up and stay. It doesn't flop anymore. So that's why I kept this one. And plus it's cute. It's a Chanel one. Here's another one. I did like this one, but if you guys can see what's wrong with it, the stones. I used hot glue. Hot glue. I don't recommend using hot glue on rhinestones. If you use hot glue, make sure you use them on crystals. And I don't recommend using hot glue because that comes off. Hot glue you can peel off way easier than resin. If you can, just stick with the resin because the hot glue peels off really easy. Let's see if I can peel one of these stones off. Yeah, see there? I peeled one off and it was done with hot glue. So that's why I don't recommend hot glue, especially if it's for a baby and they're going to have it in their mouths. So yeah, no hot glue, guys. But this pacifier was really pretty. But if you can see the stones, I use rhinestones, and you see how that's messed up inside of the rhinestones. Never sell that to someone, guys. This one was okay. It's still floppy. This is once I started getting a little bit better and I started using E6000. I really liked it the way this came out, so it's still good, but it's for a reborn. It's got a magnet for it on there. This was another one. I did all characters. I did the Elmo. I did the Grouch. All of them. Like this, and the eyes move around. But look at the stones. I use rhinestones instead of crystals. Even in here, it's got that dull look. It's not shiny. It's not shiny as it should be with if you use crystals. You see that? Then I did this one, which I love how this came out. It's for a boy, but it's for a reborn doll. And I cut out the felt, and it's got a magnet because I make my dolls with the magnet on there. Then look at this one. It has so much potential to be beautiful, but what happened? It was the crystals. Look at that. Horrible. That is horrible. That is what happened to your stones, guys. They should be pretty and lustrous like that, and not like that. Don't use rhinestones. Then I did this. Of course, it's chalky white. That's what happens when you use glue, guys. But this one was for a reborn. This is another fail. It's all white. These crystals are not sparkly. They're white and dull. Let me see if I can get a close up. Look at that. Crackly. Just not pretty at all, guys. Look at that. Just terrible. Then there was this one. It came out pretty nice. But as you can see, the stones are still changing inside. Except for these on the outside, because that's when I started getting crystals. So you can actually see the crystals compared to these rhinestones. Don't use rhinestones, guys. Look at this one. Horrible. And it's for reborn. But yeah, it's horrible. I can peel these off and start again because I use the heat gun. And with the heat gun, it's easy to peel off, so you won't have that problem. Do not use a heat gun, guys, for real baby nipples. I'm telling you, it's not good. They will fall off because that's not for this kind of project. Not unless the baby's not using them and you just got them for decorations, then it's fine. But then don't use rhinestones. These are rhinestones too, but because they're colored, it didn't come out too bad, and it's for a reborn also. But I still don't like how it looks. And then there's these. Horrible. And the magnets is making them stick together. Look at that. Horrible. I did like this one. This one was okay. Because these are crystals. And it's for reborn. And then I had these. I put this on there because I can put a baby face. I've done, I put baby faces on their pacifiers. And it came out great. I love it. That's another picture that I did on there for a boy. But look at those stones, guys. Look at those stones. Horrible, horrible. But yeah, you guys, I showed you guys what I like, what I don't like, where you can get them from. Always use crystals and not rhinestones. Do not use a heat gun, a glue gun for your stones. Stick them on with resin if you can, the UV resin. And do not use E6000 if the baby's going to put it in their mouth. Now, some parents like to have one and just put it on their mantle. Then that's fine to use it on. But if the baby's going to actually put it up underneath their nose, don't use E6000 because of the fumes. I think that's basically it. I think I covered it all. I showed you guys my mistakes starting out. No one's perfect. Everybody has to start somewhere. But as you can see, I got better. And these are flawless. But yeah, you guys, if you have any questions, comments, leave them in the comments below. I try to get back with everyone in a timely fashion. So if you have a problem or you want me to go over something with you, just let me know in the comments. And you guys have a wonderful night. May God bless you and keep you. Like, share, and subscribe to these videos. If you know anybody that like my content, make sure you refer them. And have a good night. Bye.